Good morning. Hey, it's a great morning. Good morning, delivery fam. Good morning, and welcome to another take 2 of Breakfast with the UDM, okay? If you can see and hear me clearly, make sure you give me a thumbs up emoji in the chat right now. This is take 2. So if you're watching on the replay, you probably was just too late to the joke, okay? All right, give me a thumbs up emoji in the chat if you can see and hear me clearly, okay? This morning, we're going to be talking about Grubhub. Am I the closest driver? Am I really the closest driver? Okay, all right. But before we dive into that, for those that are watching on the replay, we got to say hi to Entre Courier, who's my guest this morning. Wave at the camera, Entre. All right. Oh, he got a drink in his hand. I wonder what you sipping on. All right, so good morning, Naz, the Gig Accountant, Rideshare Lisa, Dylan De Jesus, Nick Turpchinoff, Trizzle, The Marshall, Dave 10 Eagle. This morning, I am going to be giving away some wrenches, okay? And last announcement, I'm kind of rushing through it because this is take 2. Tomorrow, I'm going to be releasing this video of my Instacart batch that I did. I did a shop. It's my first one, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it, okay? So, with that said, I'm now gonna cut this music off. Let's cut it off and let's get to the meat and potatoes of this stream. All right, Entre Courier, I'm gonna get you up on the screen now. Go ahead and unmute your mic, brother.
Alrighty.
All right, now I did have some other stuff that I am gonna put on. I'm gonna put it up on the screen after the fact. But just in case you guys are watching right now, the point of this stream is to kind of like tell what the experience has been like for both Entre Courier and myself, and maybe drivers just like y'all that are watching now or watching on the replay, with the whole Grubhub proximity thing, where they said that they would give the offer to the driver that is closest to the restaurant or closest to the order being prepared for the time that it's supposed to be prepared. So, Entre Courier, I want to take this time to go ahead and tell us what your experience has been like in your market, and what market are you in? How about that?
All right. Well, I'm in Denver, and I would have to say, at least so far, I have not noticed a difference. I am still getting deliveries sent to me within a minute or two of whenever it came out. You know, that's at least one thing you can see with Grubhub is when you look at the customer screen, you can see when the customer placed the order. And boy, there's a lot of times I'm getting it almost the same time that the restaurant's getting it, and that hasn't changed. And they're still trying to send me 7 miles away. It seems like that it's like that 6 to 7 miles. When they get into a pattern, it's like every order 6 or 7 miles away. So far, as of Wednesday is the last night that I was out, and nothing has changed.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, the thing is, I've been experiencing the same thing. And it's a shame that, you know, I'm still receiving those offers that are far away. And when I say far away, I mean, I'm not going to act like the payout is not decent. The payout is, right, like, say $14 for, like, I want to say five miles to the restaurant, or even sometimes 8 miles to the restaurant for like a payout of $18. You know, that's what it's been like for me. Like last night, I got a payout of $18, but to the restaurant was 6 miles, and to the customer was 7 miles, I believe. Yeah, so, you know, if you actually do the math on that, that is definitely 13 miles that I just put on my car for $18. But the thing is like the restaurant was not close. You know, I mean, when you hear that the restaurant was about 6 miles away, you would think like if it's Uber Eats, the restaurant might be about 2 miles, you know, or even under 2 miles. But you know, to see that I still had to drive that far to pick up the orders, like, am I really the closest driver? What you got to say, Entre?
Yeah, and I don't get it. You know, I honestly don't get it. Grubhub has had so many problems with getting enough orders picked up that I haven't figured out why they haven't turned into something a little more efficient. Because it's insane that you got drivers that are driving 7 miles when I know that there's restaurants right by me. And even when it's busy, it's like even when things are busy and you get there and the restaurant's complaining because everybody's late, and it's like and they're still trying to send you 7 miles away instead of trying to pick up orders as quickly as you can and get these orders knocked out. And I don't know what they're smoking over in dispatch, to be honest.
They something that ain't too good.
No.
It's not too
That
good.
is really good,
All right, now Chasing Bag says, it's Grubhub. What did you expect? Did you expect anything different, Entre?
No, I didn't.
I've heard too many promises from Grubhub, so I just
with them and more with any of these platforms, it's like I'll believe it when I see it.
Now, with you saying that, I remember the comment that you left underneath that video, and basically it said, all I can say right now, it's the last time Grubhub started a phrase with we're improving the way you get, in quotes, quotations, they slashed out pay. You want to know when I don't trust what Grubhub is saying? Whenever they're saying something. I'm not gonna lie, that cracked me up as soon as I read it, because I'm not gonna lie, brother, I feel the same way. It's like Grubhub has made so many promises, and I'm like, what happened to it? Was it supposed to be released this week? If it was supposed to be released this week, why did you send an email today? Like, what happened? Where did it go? So, How many of you that's watching now or watching on the replay have gone? You're still receiving offers. You received this email that we're talking about that said that you're gonna be sent the offer if you're the closest driver or if it's within the final stages of food prep. How many of you have received this email and you're still receiving offers that to the pickup is still more than 5 miles away? Even if the payout is worth it or not, if you're still receiving these offers, please put it in the chat or in the comment section down below, because it's kind of funny to me, because I'm like, they're making changes. They were once in the number one spot, and it seemed like they can't get the communication factor down. Like, what happened? Like, why, Grubhub? If anyone they're not going to respond in the comment section of this video, but hey, maybe we could get somebody from Grubhub to answer this question in the comment section. Someone that represents some part of Grubhub or some department. Why are you guys sending out an email and making us think that we're going to be the closest driver, and it's going to be sort of like a DoorDash or an Uber Eats experience, and then you're still sending us far away to pick up orders? Why? Let's go to the chat. I'm going to read some of these responses. Monique says she loves the fedora. Fedora. Okay. I haven't worn one of those in a while, but I don't even
Nobody wears them.
The only thing I have is this Kangol hat right here. I I haven't worn this in a while, but John Spalding says Grubhub needs to increase pay and orders will get picked up. What do you think, Entre? You think that will get orders picked up, or really cutting down on the miles, or a little bit of both?
Yeah, I would think if they improve things, I would think if they improved how they were doing the dispatching or something like that they would get more orders picked up. And I don't know, maybe, and I don't know if it's because they think that they're trying to time us so that we get there so we're not waiting. But maybe the other thing to do is not dispatch people until the orders are ready to go. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Christian O'Valley said, I want to see how you respond to this, Entre. You should sign Grubhub. I guess sign up for Grubhub bike. A bike order don't go over 3 miles. Would you sign up for a bike order? Sign up to Grubhub using a bike? I mean,
I would.
you would
Yeah.
just to avoid the 3 miles.
I've done bike on Uber Eats and Postmates and DoorDash. And if they had Grubhub out here, there would be some afternoons I'd go out and do my bike.
Oh, that is all. I haven't ridden a bike in a while, so I don't even.
Oh.
The thing is, I'm not gonna lie. Since you have experience doing it already, I'm kind of skeptical about bicycles because of the weather, about traffic. Yeah, you zoom through traffic, but cars do not care about bicyclists. you know,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, carrying all that stuff. I mean, you might have a bag, but I've seen some things. I know one Chicago driver that's all he did, bicycle on Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, I believe. And some of these orders are very difficult to carry. And he had to have like some additional accessories attached to his bike so he could be able to carry all of this stuff. But, when you facing like, what the wind or snow or rain, how are you really gonna? I mean, the mileage is a lot less, Christian O'Valley, but when you got to deal with what I just dealt with yesterday in Florida, the rain came down. It came down big time, big time. I don't know how. Entre, did you ever have to deal with any of this type of weather while you were on a bike?
I'm going to let you in on a secret. We don't get that much here in Denver. It is like it's either sunshine or snow, and we actually get like 300 days of sunshine out here. I could not do it if I were down where you're at. Because, dude, after about 1 or 2 deliveries, I'd be completely drenched with that humidity.
It
would
humidity.
not look good.
Okay, the humidity. But just anybody here that rides a bike, if you're watching watching now or watching on the replay, please let us know how you handle all of that. Even if you ride a scooter, because that's just a motorized bike. Even though there are some motorized bicycles now, and I had one drive past me, and I was going about 50 miles an hour. Just ride past me like. I didn't even know they could go that fast. Well, but anyway, the thing is, if you are in a market where, hold on. Did anybody answer my question? I don't think they answered my question about the miles on Grubhub. Show total miles. If Grubhub were to show the total miles on each order, you think that would improve order pickups?
Oh, I didn't even answer that when you asked me to.
It's okay. We're all kind of confuffled this morning, man. These streams are just all over the place. But go ahead.
I personally, I don't think it would change for me. Mostly because, you get to know that map, you pay attention and everything like that, and you already see, hey, that's too far away. And there's probably a lot of orders I'd be even less likely to take if they told me the miles. DoorDash and Uber Eats now are both giving you all that information, but they're also not sending you quite as far away. At least they're not sending to me.
Okay. All right. I think, with everything that Grubhub is trying to do, I think they're moving in a positive direction, including the bonuses that they're trying to offer drivers. Like I shared Dios's bonus that she was offered by Grubhub. It was a $150 bonus if she completed 30 deliveries in 3 days. 30 deliveries in 3 days with a 70% acceptance rate. And she shared some of those screenshots with me about what her pay was like. And they were like $9, $10, $11, $12. They were up there, the typical amount that a lot of people would accept. So I do know that Grubhub is making some changes. And, hey, they're going to make a few changes that we don't agree with. But this is just one of those, and I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, what did you really mean about final stages of food preparation? So you're going to send me a KFC order that is 10 minutes from being prepared, but now I have to drive a couple of miles to that KFC versus if it's like the last 5 minutes and I'm actually down the street. You're going to send it to me then, or you're going to send it to me before the order is actually ready? Because that's what I've been experiencing in my market. And If you have experienced the same thing in your market, please share in the chat or in the comment section down below. Monique says, suspense is exciting. It's like trying to keep up with a telenovela. What is a telenovela? You know what that is? Andre?
I don't.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. What's a telenovela? A telenovela? All right. Randall M says, yeah, got a really good one from Amazon. The Postmates one is really good too. I don't know what they're talking about. Do you know?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
Flemo said it's a Latin soap opera. Telenovela.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I know my girls are into the Korean soap operas or Korean novels or videos or something like that, and my eyes just glaze over.
Oh man, that is you trying to make me look bad. I don't know nothing about no telenovela. Okay, all right. So Coast to Coast says, when I see 23 minutes for $3 on Uber, I automatically decline. I would have took those same offers before I knew the miles and distance. Okay, all right. Well, miles and distance and time and all that is very important to all of us, and I feel like we can. If Grubhub were to focus on that up front, letting us know the real thing up front, we would definitely be accepting more orders, or even down to, just using whoever's closest to the restaurant when the order is ready. How about that? Not the final stages of food prep, but just whenever the order is ready, just let us be the closest one, please. Because time is money, Grubhub. I know some of y'all probably watch this, okay? Time is money, and we need to keep it moving. And if you're going to be sending us 15 minutes away, which is what I've been accepting with the decent payouts, but 15 minutes away, if you're going to do that and you're saying in the email that you're going to send it to the closest driver or within final stages of food prep, then you really might have to go back to the drawing board. What do you think, Andre?
Yeah, I think there's kind of a problem that Grubhub has though, and that is that let's say they don't dispatch anybody until that order is just about ready. So many of these orders get rejected over and over that order could be sitting there for a long time. I think that's why some of the restaurants wait until the driver gets there before they start fixing the food, because they don't want their food sitting there forever. But part of that problem is created by Grubhub because they send drivers from so far away, or that they don't make the order attractive or anything like that. And so, but I think it's a bigger problem for these orders waiting around with Grubhub than they are with anybody else, and I think it all goes back to the inefficiency of their dispatching.
But Randall M says, I'll be happy if they get rid of the schedule thing. Would you like them to get rid of the blocks?
I'm not sure. DoorDash has kind of done away with it now, at least in my market now. Everybody can log on at any time. And all of a sudden, there are some areas that it is just saturated. You got everybody logged on at once and you're not getting orders. I think that's the problem with Uber Eats. There's no schedule, and I love that about Uber Eats, but it also means that there's a lot of times you got way too many people on there for the number of orders. So there's arguments on both sides.
Yeah. So I guess we just won't. I guess when you really think about it, I don't want to be fighting with today. 500 drivers are online, but tomorrow 2,000 are online, and now I have to fight for orders. Even if I don't even know if it's slow or if it's like it's just that many drivers on the road. So I think the scheduling thing it makes me more comfortable. I will say hey, I if I grab a block, if a block gets dropped, at least I'll get priority to the orders that are out there. But at the same time,
issue. My biggest issue with the scheduling probably has more to do with the way they kind of wheeled that over everybody. You know, we're gonna take away your ability to schedule, or you got to have your acceptance rate to be able to get that access to it or something. So they use it as a control mechanism more than anything.
Yeah. No, definitely. I agree. So, you know, with that being said, Entre Courier, if you do not know who Entre Courier is, I'm going to link his website. He has a blog and he has a podcast that I don't know how often he does it. Entre, you want to go ahead and plug yourself in, plug what you do?
Yeah, usually I try and get that out now on about Monday or Tuesday. So it's the first part of the week
Okay.
that I do that. I do that every week.
Okay. You also have a channel as well, yeah?
I do. I don't do much on it. You know, there's probably a couple of little videos. And usually most of YouTube is what I do is probably to put something up that I can kind of then insert into the blog. But yeah, I've been kind of quiet on YouTube for the most part. Okay.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for joining me in this live stream, even when there were a lot of technical difficulties from the first stream
awesome.
to the second take to now, and you know, I want to thank you for joining me, brother. If you do not know who Entre Courier is, I will link all of his stuff that I know of in the comment section down below and in the description. I did not get a chance to do it before the stream began, but I am definitely going to do it because this guy is awesome. All right, he lives in the Denver market, and the Denver market, to my knowledge, has been known to receive or get these things that they're rolling out first. They're one of the first ones. All right, when they changed the pay model, he dissected that thing in a blog, and he put pictures up. He did this, he did that. Entre Courier is a great source of information. If you are interested in reading blogs and listening to podcasts, this guy is definitely one you should tune into. All right?
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
With that being said, brother, thank you again. And family, if you just subscribed, I got to put this down. If you just subscribed, I now salute to you. And Delivery Fam, that is pretty much all I had to say this morning. I know there was a few technical difficulties. There was a lot more that I wanted to put up on the screen, but it did not work out the way that I wanted it to. So when you go out there today, look at the orders that you're going to be receiving on your Grubhub app, if you are doing Grubhub, and see how far that they're going to be sending you. Is it under 2 miles on every order? Is it 5 miles? Is it 10 miles? And what was the typical amount of miles that they would want you to drive in the past? Did it really change, or is it still the same? You let me know in the chat or in the comment section down below. I would love to dissect this and get more information on it. All right, so you guys be safe on the road, and I will see y'all in the next one. Deuces.